violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
On this episode of Identify the Thieves.
Yeah, I might want to go a different direction.
Wow, guys, we're gonna be going all around the world. Not all around the world, but all around the states in this one. We're in Little Rock, Arkansas, and the sisters have decided that they don't want to pay for any beauty products. And as you can see, as usual, they laughing in the comment section. The way they took their time with it, laughing emoji. For her to pick up what she dropped, laughing emoji. I would have tripped them while they were running. They would have been so mad and chased me back into the store. Yeah, she's saying that, but no, you wouldn't have.
Are you serious right now?
Wow. They just going in there bagging up whatever. Another sister in the comments says, me and the sisters in the hood will be waiting on your sale, Lakeisha. We support you.
You have them on the phone?
Another elder sister says, not my problem. I don't own no stores. And if you look at her bio, it says, doing 60 in my lane, entrepreneur, TLJ Inc. So it looks like she's an entrepreneur. So I wonder if she would be okay with people stealing from her whatever business. It's crazy. I would have minded my business. That's just me. Thank
you.
Ghetto. And we're not supposed to call this ghetto. We're not supposed to call this ratchet. But these super sister gremlins are on demon time. And they absolutely want us to cuff this. Didn't even have no car. Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She said, get that camera out my face. She about to fight over it. Y'all better, I mean, this is a dangerous situation. Cause she looked like she would, you know, do some crazy stuff. I mean, especially if she going into the Ulta and just walking out. Don't make no sense. Wow. Still got time. Still got time to pick it up and drop it. I would have kicked her. Man, I would have kicked in the head. All right, guys, we have another example of fast food wars going on. This is a whole culture in the community, fast food culture. We need to start talking about it, and we need to start looking for change because it is looking ugly. We're at the Burger King here, and these sisters have no chill, bro. Wow, she's asking the employees to go outside. Asking the employees to come outside. Wow. How many times is she gonna say the same thing over and over again? And everybody thinks it's cute. Nobody can check these women, y'all. The gliders on their phone like, Lord, I just want my food. Oh, now she trying to push her manager. Hold on, is this Burger King's or Wendy's? I can't tell. Is Burger King or Wendy's? Yeah, she was talking very disrespectful. Yeah, it's Wendy's. It's Wendy's. My bad. Let's go to the comments and see what the community thinks about it. Somebody says, same at my job. No respect for employees. I wasn't there, but I'm embarrassed. This is why my 6-year-old can't work fast food. I'd be in jail. Or a 16-year-old. I don't understand fussing with people who make your food. See, my problem is I would have clocked in and or clocked out and went outside. My mama would have been outside waiting. Well, we saw what happened at the McDonald's in New York, so I don't think that would be the best thing. Totally backwards. It's always rude customers, especially since I work in retail, and they always think they are right in every situation when they are completely wrong. But what do these customers look like? The ones that nut up like this. Okay?
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all
right, guys, so for the final video, we have a family from the community being denied access to a water park that they rented for the day for excuse me, a family member's birthday. So let's watch.
We rented out a water park, and they denied us access when we arrived.
Cancel on a kid's birthday party, a private party, because of
you're not comfortable.
Because you're not comfortable with what are you uncomfortable with?
Because we're black.
The outreach.
So they have a guy filming, and he said, "Cause we're black." We don't know why they were made uncomfortable, but obviously everybody uses this opportunity for clout, pulls out their phone, and tries to expose a Karen. We don't know what happened, what led up to them making the theme park deny funds from a paying family because they made them feel uncomfortable. We don't know what happened. But I bet they're not telling the whole story.
Because we're black. Because we're black. Because we're black. Because we're black.
They won't even let them speak.
What started as a birthday party that was supposed to involve 250 local teens has now turned into a controversy.
250 of them super teen gremlins on demon time. Nah, that's wild. We need to check bags, wand them down. Nah, B.
That's gone viral. Lee Summit Water Park Summit Waves is facing allegations of racism after the park canceled and turned the teens away.
No, they got the signs. This pool has racist practices. She almost spelled practices wrong. What does that say? MGR Grace feels uncomfortable with black parties who paid to swim Summit Wave racist.
On Saturday night, now protesters stood in front of the park this morning with signs calling for the manager to be fired. Lee Summit Parks and Recreation says the party was canceled because the Evans family broke rules by advertising on social media. Supporters of the Evans family, though, think the problem goes much deeper.
So they broke the rules by advertising on social media. They weren't allowed to promote this party. What they're trying to do is do like a crowdsource party. But this is for private events. You can book it, but you can't say, okay, we're going to book the park and then promote the park on social media and get as many people as we can to come. Like, come on. And everybody else going to go in and have a good time. Y'all going to be standing out there in the sun baking because y'all think the park is racist when y'all broke the rules. Let's run it back. They broke the rules. I knew it was something more.
Says the party was canceled because the Evans family broke rules by advertising on social media.
There you have it. Do you know how dangerous that situation can be? If you advertise a party at a water park and a cookout, for everybody who come to the cookout, when the cookouts get shot up, now they come into the water park? No, you're going to be denied entry. You broke the rules promoting this on social media, and you gotta take accountability. But the community never wants to take accountability. This is not a racist situation. Y'all broke the rules, so deal with it. Teach your kids, hey man, you gotta read the fine print. You gotta read the rules. You gotta read whatever you signed up for. You gotta make sure you're abiding by their rules, their guidelines. You wouldn't want somebody to come in your house and invite 250 people. Random people from online. No. So treat it like that. But no, they don't, because they can't see past themselves and their skin color.
Supporters of the Evans family, though, think the problem goes much deeper.
I just want to know, what does she feel uncomfortable about? I think this pool company and the pool management company needs to apologize too.
Several visitors stopped to talk with the picketers on their way in and out of the park today. And while there's no exact consensus on what took place here, one thing we do know is this is a controversy that is more than likely going to end up in court. In Lee Summit.
Now they finna hit him over the head with a $125 million lawsuit because y'all done broke the rules. This is why nobody wants y'all nowhere, bruh. I mean, it is what it is. These super protesting gremlins are on demon time.
One thing we do know is this is a controversy that is more than likely going to end up in court. In Lee Summit, Dennis Evans, KBC 9.
New details about a private event that was canceled at Summit Waves Aquatic Facility in Lee Summit, just as guests were arriving this weekend. Now, the incident has been seen by some as racial discrimination. KCTV5's Greg Payne has more on the city's response to the incident.
While people entered into Summit Waves and Lee Summit this afternoon, they were greeted by more than just employees. Outside the entrance, a few protesters holding up signs after a local family says they were discriminated against by the water park over the weekend.
Honestly, this is pathetic. It's going way too far, man. And look who are at the forefront of these movements, these sisters. Oh, man. The oppression Olympics is crazy.
This kind of made me a little upset that this is still going on in 2022.
Last night, KCTV5 aired a story about the incident involving the Evans family. We spoke to Chris Evans, the father, who says a month ago his sons decided to spend their personal money to invite 250 friends to a private pool party at Summit Waves and Lee Summit.
I mean, let's keep it a buck. Who has 250 friends? Who has 250 friends? I mean, I can count on one hand how many real, genuine friends I have. It's crazy.
But when they arrived to the park Saturday with their guests, the Evans say they were being denied access to the park and was told their event was canceled, an exchange that was partially caught on camera.
Cancel on a kid's birthday party, a private party, because of
You're not comfortable.
Because you're not comfortable with what are you uncomfortable
What are you uncomfortable with?
Because we're black.
The outreach.
Because we're black. Because we're black.
The official from the park went on to say before the video ended that the number of people the event has reached was a concern. Today, the city's Parks and Rec department released a statement saying it was canceled by Lee Summit Parks and Recreation after it became aware of social media posts advertising the event.
There you go. They broke the rules. Nothing to see here. But watch the community raise hell.
This raised serious concerns about the safety of party guests and the possibility the event would grow beyond the capacity of staff, which the Evans family said yesterday they were never given a full explanation of why their event was canceled. The release goes on to say, after multiple attempts to reach the renter in advance of the event to discuss safety concerns, a connection was not made until the hours leading up to the event. At that point, the only recourse was to cancel the event.
I mean, sounds about right. It sounds like procrastination, CPT, which is color people time. They trying to trick them into letting them hold the event. I mean, you're going to promote this event on social media as if it's some like super soaked rager party.
Despite the cancellation, approximately 500 teens arrived in the Summit Waves parking lot.
With them saying
500? The first story said 250. No, 500 super teen gremlins on demon
they
time.
feel uncomfortable, that's what put kind of a concern to the turnaway, you know, and all the kids being, you know, black or African American. You know, it could have, you know, they could have worked something out.
The city also stated Lee Summit Parks and Recreation is committed to ensuring the safety of all patrons and will continue to work with the renter. We tried to ask some specific questions to the city regarding the information in today's release, but they would not provide additional comments. As for the Evans family, they have hired an attorney. Reporting in Lee Summit, I'm Greg Payne for KC.
Wow, you can just sue somebody for denying you entry. They're a private business, right? Or is this a public event? Either way, or public property. I don't know, but it seems like it's a private business, but they're reaching out to the city and all that kind of stuff. Look, man, they broke the rules point blank. That's all it is, but they're trying to make a scene about it, so I guess they finna get a check.
Questions to the city regarding the information in today's release, but they would not provide additional comments. As for the Evans family, they have hired an attorney. Reporting in Lee Summit, I'm Greg Payne for KCTV5 News.
Highly upset with a Lee Summit water park after their event that they paid for was canceled just as they were arriving. KCTV5's Greg Payne explains why the family believes this incident might have been racially motivated.
They're up-and-coming community leaders, and what picture are you painting for them? They want to do good for their community.
And that's exactly what Chris Evans thought his kids were doing. To celebrate their son Isaiah's 17th birthday, the kids decided they wanted to spend their personal money to invite 250 friends to a private pool party at Summit Waves in Lee Summit.
But it ended up being 500. See, that's the issue. Right there.
About a month ago, we went to Summit Waves, signed a contract for 250 kids to go out and play, enjoy the water park for 2 hours.
But when they arrived to the park yesterday with their guests, the Evans say they were being denied access to the park and was told their event was canceled, an exchange that was partially caught on camera.
Cancel on a kid's birthday party, a private party, because of...
You're not comfortable.
Because you're not comfortable with... What are you uncomfortable
What are you uncomfortable with?
Because we're black.
The outreach.
Because we're black. Because we're black.
The official from the park went on to say before the video ended that the number of people the event has reached was a concern, which Evans says there was only going to be 250 people, the amount listed on the signed contract.
In your contract, it says capacity 250. If you can't handle 250, don't sell that product.
So they maxed it out, but they're saying there were 500 people in the parking lot.
They also hired a photographer and private security, including an armed guard as an extra safety measure for the large event.
Okay.
They go to school, there's security guards there, there's metal detectors. I want my kids to be safe.
Since that was real. I mean, and this father seems like, you know, a good dad and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, if they promoted on social media they weren't supposed to, then case closed.
The family hasn't heard back from Summit Waves explaining what happened. They believe it was a decision made based on their race.
If you want to be in an environment where you want to host kids and have a good time, you need to understand kids.
And you guys saw how the community was acting in these previous videos. This is why these things continue to happen, because we cutting corners, okay? Breaking the rules set out. You got to read the contract. If they said you can't promote it on social media, then that's that. Why y'all over here posting flyers with Instagram models half naked on them joints with a super soaker?
You can't be fearful of your customers.
The water park is a part of the city's Parks and Recreation Department. A city representative reached back out to KCTV5 and released a statement about the incident, saying Lee Summit Parks and Recreation is looking into the incident now after being made aware of a possible situation that happened Saturday night at Summit Waves.
I won't be at Summit Waves ever. My grandkids won't be at Summit. My great grandkids won't be at Summit Waves. That's just a fact. Like, it's principle at this point. You know.
I don't think the community can hold a boycott. We were supposed to boycott Gucci. We were supposed to boycott, who else were we supposed to? Kohl's at one point. We were supposed to boycott Saks Fifth, Nordstrom. I mean, we're not really holding out boycotts. I don't think you can hold out a boycott 3 generations, bruh, honestly.
If you don't want us there, I don't want to be there.
Reporting in Lee Summit, I'm Greg Payne for KCTV5 News.
This past Saturday, August 6th, my family was racially profiled and discriminated against by the City of Lee Summit's Parks and Rec Department, who denied a group of black teenagers entry to the Summit Waves water park for no apparent reason other than the color of their skin.
There we go. The first lie. For no other reason. No, the reason was y'all violated the terms of the agreement by promoting the joint on social media. You had way too many people. Y'all try to say it was only 250. Y'all had 500 people or 500 kids in the parking lot.
On the day of the party, my teenage sons showed up to the park at approximately 6:20. They were immediately told by Summit Wave staff that our reservation had been canceled, but given no explanation why. My wife and I called Lee Summit Waves on the way to the water park and spoke to an employee who told me that this event doesn't represent Lee Summit Waves.
So they didn't even pull up. They didn't even pull up to the event, and they had already been told that the event was canceled. So why did y'all pull up? Why did they pull up? If they had already been told the event was canceled, y'all should have just told everybody to turn around and go home. But you brought 500 people to settle this matter. I mean, come on, bruh. Like I said, who has 250 friends?
And that my reservation was canceled because she was uncomfortable. My wife and I arrived shortly after and were met by the Summit Waves employees, flanked by police officers. The employee angrily denied us access to the water park. She again told me that my reservation was canceled because she was uncomfortable. My kids were heartbroken that the party was canceled. They are good kids who make good grades, have bright futures, and do not deserve to be treated like this. And that goes for all the kids at the park that day. My wife and I were hurt that they all were treated this way. We stayed in the parking lot until every teen was given a ride home. There is no legitimate reason why the party was canceled. Instead, it appears to have been canceled simply because the park staff were uncomfortable with a group of black teenagers having a pool party to enjoy the end of the summer. There's 3 things. Number 1, the community needs to feel like this is a victory. Lee Summit has had problems with racism and discrimination for quite some time. We need to walk away with, like, we won.
So how much money is that? That's what it comes down to. How much bread?
The community. It's a championship. We won. The community needs to feel that we walked away and won. And it's not a divided win. It's not we won, you lost. It's as a community we won. It's 2015. The Royals winning the World Series. It's the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. We all need to come together and say Lee Summit, Kansas City is going to be a better place because this incident is exposing so many other things. That's
wow. This is different, but he can talk. I'll say that he can talk. Wow, this is crazy, yo.
Number one. Number two, there needs to be change within Lee Summit's infrastructure. And that goes from the practices of hiring, training, and developing employees.
Diversify the staff. That's what he meant.
And finally, like, my family needs to be okay. My family needs to be okay.
Now they're going to say that they suffered traumatic emotional distress from being denied entry into this water park. I mean, this is just pathetic. If this how y'all want to go about getting reparations, hey, you know, I'm not going to be groveling, okay?
My kids came in a giving spirit. They wanted to host 250 teenagers to have a good time before they go back to school. Before they get back in the thick of books. My family has to be okay. I'm looking at my son Isaiah, he's 17. We've been working very hard on college applications, studying for the ACT. How is he gonna take the ACT on September 10th with the weight of this on his shoulders?
What? Yeah. So he gets denied entry to a water park and now he can't take the ACT? I mean, if our kids are this emotionally fragile, no wonder there are so many murders in the streets. I mean, by how many points is this really gonna affect his score? I mean, seriously, as long as he get a good night rest and a good night's sleep, a good breakfast, he should be good. Study, you know, ACT prep, SAT prep. Come on, bruh. Don't give him an excuse to fail.
How is he gonna spend his first semester submitting college applications with the weight of this on his shoulders? My family's got to be okay. My wife, she has 3 sons and a grandson. We have boys in our family, black.
And whose fault was that? Like, bro, what does this water park have to do with how many kids your wife got?
Boys in our family. How is she gonna sleep at night? They wanna go to Chick-fil-A in Lee Summit. They wanna go see their friends play football at Lee Summit West. How will she be okay with them leaving the house when there's this much anger and frustration and you're uncomfortable with us being there? How does that happen? So my family has to be okay. Other black families have to be okay.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.